Hello and welcome to Magento Go. My name is Claire and this is the second in a two-part series about how to create a bundle product. In this lesson, we'll pick up where we left off and go through the process of setting one up. We'll use the same example of a build your own computer from the sample data so you can follow along if you like. So it's time to log into the admin panel and here we go. From the admin panel on the catalog menu, select Manage Products. Now there are three parts to setting up a bundle product. First, you create the bundle product record, then you complete the product information, and finally you add the bundle items. So we'll start here with the first step and create the bundle product record. So on the catalog menu, select Manage Products, and then over on the right, click the Add Product button. In the Create Product Settings section, set the product type to Bundle Product, and then click Continue. Now most of the product information is fixed. A dynamic SKU combines the SKUs from each item the customer selects and then adds them to the SKU of the main product. So you might end up with a long SKU, but it also identifies at a glance each item that's included in the bundle. So for example, if workers are pulling items from the warehouse shelves to fulfill an order, it might be useful for them to be able to identify each item that's needed just from looking at the SKU. So there are different ways that you can take advantage of this. You have the option of setting the SKU to either dynamic or fixed. Now the weight is similar. You may not know how much the final product is going to weigh until the customer has selected all of the options. So a dynamic weight is going to follow along and estimate the weight based on the items selected. And of course that information comes from the individual record of each item that's selected. So those are the two differences on the General tab and for a simple product. Now let's look at the Prices tab. There are a few differences here as well. Again, you'll see that the price can be set to both dynamic and fixed. For example, if you want the price of the bundle to be adjusted based on the options selected, then you should set the price to dynamic, so that way it changes as each item is selected. A fixed price, on the other hand, is a single set price that applies to the entire bundle, regardless of which items are selected. Do you remember from the first lesson the requirement that bundle items cannot include custom variants and options? Well, here's a new twist. A bundle product with fixed pricing can have custom variants and options. However, this applies only to the bundle product record and not to the bundle items. You can set the price view to either a price range or as low as, which displays the price of the least expensive configuration possible. All of the other options here are essentially the same as for any other product. Now before we go any further, I'd like to take a moment to switch over to the Build Your Own Computer product we were using so we can take a closer look at how the items are set up. And here we are again. Let me scroll down to the bottom and we're going to click Bundle Items. The first section on this page manages the way bundle items. You can set this to ship bundle items either separately or together. Shipments are managed after the order has been invoiced, and if an order with a bundled product allows for partial shipments, you can select the items you want to include in the shipment and it will keep track of which items have been shipped so far. Now the next section of the page is where each item is added to the bundle. Let's take a look at the ones we have so far. Here we have the computer case, the CPU, controls to choose from, including drop-down, radio buttons, checkboxes, and multiple select. Each input control has a slightly different behavior during data entry, so you might want to experiment with them to see which ones work the best for each item. So let's take a closer look at each one. Radio buttons and drop-down lists have similar properties. They each allow only one selection to be made at a time, but also allow a user-definable quantity to be selected. And likewise, checkboxes and multiple select lists have similar properties because they each allow for multiple items to be selected, but with a fixed rather than a user-definable quantity. And what about price? Because the price of this bundle is set to dynamic, the price is determined by the options selected, and the price of each option as well as the weight comes from the product record of each item. However, if the price of this bundle was set to a fixed amount, it would disregard the individual price from the associated items and use the price from the bundle product record itself. So let's go through the process of adding a new item to the bundle. Under Bundle Items, click the Add New Option button. And then enter a default title. This will be used as a label for the item, so let's make a warranty. For the input type, let's use a checkbox because it works well when there's only one option. Make sure to set Is Required to No. Otherwise, the warranty will be included in the bundle, but it will appear without an option, so they won't be able to select whether they want it or not. And now it's time to add the warranty record that we want associated with this item. So over here, click the Add Selection button. And this opens up an area here where we can select the records that we want associated with this item from the catalog. So to get started, let's set the search filter for attribute set name to warranties and click search. This will give us a short list of what we're after, and here's the 2-year extended warranty record that we want. So to include this in our option, just click the checkbox. We want to enter here the quantity and then click the Add Selected Products to Option button. And there it is, the warranty associated with the checkbox, a quantity of 1, and it's not required. Let's go ahead and save this and then go out to the store and see how it looks. And here we are at the product record. Let's click Customize and Add to Cart. Here we see the warranty with a checkbox that we can select to include this in the purchase price. So I think I'll go ahead and complete the rest of these and buy a new computer. So that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to stop by our support site for more video tutorials and articles to help you get going with Magento Go.